Hello and welcome back to Suspended Animation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and this is Stargirl, Season 1, Episode 2, Stripe. Before I get into it, I'm going to take care of a little bit of business, and then we will get started. How about that? So if you like what you see, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, you're going to see at the very end of this video a video that pops up here. Basically, what YouTube does takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up there just for you. Up here is going to be Harley Quinn is what's going to be up there. So yeah, and if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you can hit the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com and take a look at the schedule that's up there. I put my weekly schedule up there for live streams, and I change it out every Monday. I also mirror that on my Facebook page as well. And speaking of Facebook, there's a Facebook group page which you guys can post stuff on and chat once you join in. Also on suspendedfanimation.com, all the links to my social media are on there. So Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon, but no tier set up yet on the Patreon. So, pardon me on that one. Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. Thank you, Viking Bitch, for the paddle. So how am I watching this, Philip A. Demick? Episode 2. So this is the weird thing about this show. Depending on where you look online, so if you look on Twitter, they are promoting this as a CW show, which does not appear until tonight. Tonight. Or is that right? Or tomorrow? I believe it's tomorrow, actually. And if you look on DC Universe, they say it's a DC Universe show. And that's where it premieres on Sunday. It premieres on Sunday on DC Universe. So I split the difference and I did it on Monday. That way there's DC Universe people, there's CW people. If CW people, you're going to watch it with commercials and it's going to be cut up and there's minor swearing in it. It's not really much. And quite honestly, this second episode is starting to feel more like a DC Universe show than a CW show, which I'm kind of happy about, to tell you the truth, because I was wondering what I was getting myself into on this. So yeah, it's actually a DC Universe show, but it is premiering on the CW as well. Oh, you don't have DCU. That's what's going on, Philip A. Demick. That's right. You're overseas, correct? And I don't think they've premiered DCU over there, which really kind of sucks for you guys over there. It's actually not bad, but they might start showing this on HBO Max, which is going to be premiering in 2 days. Actually, HBO Max is going to be on too, and that's all Warner Brothers stuff. So I'm fairly sure that Stargirl will live on at HBO Max. Oh, you're in New York City. Okay, then okay, well there you go. So yeah, DCU is actually not bad, to tell you the truth. DC Universe isn't bad, and you watch it on the CW. So you watch it for free, or do you watch it on TV, or how do you watch it? Well, I should say for free. CW does air over the airwaves, so you can watch it live in most places, but some people wait until watch it on the CW app. Yeah. I agree with you, Penn. DCU is the biggest surprise to me as well. And for it's $8 a month, and you get comics, you get old DC movies, Warner Brothers movies. Plus, you get some new stuff too. You get a lot of animated shows, animated movies, all that kind of stuff. Doom Patrol, Swamp Thing, Harley, exactly. And I like their content, to tell you the truth. It's not bad. And now that we're getting points for it as well for watching this stuff, it makes a lot of sense. So to get into the episode a little bit, of course, we end up seeing Pat. Pat ends up trying to talk Courtney out of, he basically where episode 1 left off with Pat showing up when Brainwave has beaten the shit out of Courtney and kicked her outside of the tire factory there. She runs into this gigantic robot, which is actually Pat in this robot that he has built. It's called S.T.R.I.P.E, or well, it's not called S.T.R.I.P.E yet. So he tells her, jump on the back. We're getting the fuck out of here. And basically takes off and takes them away from brainwave at this point. And he essentially is telling her, you know what? You don't know what you're getting yourself into. You're going to die. You have no training. You're 15 years old. Your mom's going to kill me if she ever finds out about any of this kind of stuff too. And yeah, it's one of those things. And actually, I like Luke Wilson in this. Well, I liked Luke Wilson to begin with, but there's some stuff in there every now and then that he plays that I don't really like him in. But this, I actually liked him in. He was pretty good. And especially when he decides he's going to sacrifice himself and he's going to take out Brainwave, because Brainwave finds out who Courtney is because she left her student ID, her burned student ID behind, and then also sees her at the school, the Blue Valley School open house, and he uses his mental powers in order to find out who she is, and tells her to bring the cosmic staff. Otherwise, he's going to make her mom die of a brain hemorrhage, a stroke, basically, and make it very painful, is what he said. So, what does Courtney do? Of course, she makes herself an outfit and a mask, and goes and kicks the shit out of Brainwave. Well, he almost has her at one point, and then, of course, she ends up getting the cosmic staff, and the cosmic staff goes into overdrive and basically fries his brain. So yeah, and we find out that also the Injustice Society of America is there in Blue Valley because they're starting this project called Project New America. Now we don't know what Project New America is yet, but we know it has some diabolical consequences, which could also explain why Blue Valley is kind of weird in a way where everyone is just overly nice. So that could be part of it as well. We don't know for sure. And then we also got a little tidbit that Ted Knight is the person who made the cosmic staff. And Ted Knight in comic book lore is actually the original Starman before Sylvester. And he's the one that actually made the cosmic rod, is what it was, and cosmic belts in the original comics, I should say. That allowed Star Spangled Kid, which was Sylvester, to fly. And also, that's the same belt that Courtney is wearing, by the way, too, which they don't really go into that being the cosmic belt or anything like that. But still, it's nice little asides here and there. And I love the music in this episode, too. The music was actually really good. I was kind of surprised to hear Johnny Cash's One Piece at a Time, which I do have in my rotation. Every now and then it pops up on my playlist. And I was like, oh, yeah, I have that song in there. And yeah. So some good music, some good acting, some good writing, and then also just we got some good suspense in this. It wasn't it wasn't CW is what it was. So it evolved from the pilot. You can tell that it really evolved from the pilot. Just one episode in, and I was like, all right. Jeff Johns, by the way, he wrote this episode, and he also created Stargirl too. So I don't know if you know the story behind Stargirl. His sister, Jeff Johns' sister, had passed away, and as kind of a homage to her, he created Stargirl. And yeah, that's where that all came about. So this is his tribute to his sister, which is kind of nice. I mean, it's a nice little aside there, and he tied it into the I guess you could say golden age of DC lore rather than the modern age of DC lore. Now, of course, that's all merged together, and there you have it. But yeah, now now Courtney wants to, of course, kick some more villains' ass. And Pat's, was telling her that it's a complete coincidence that they moved to Blue Valley and the villains happen to be in Blue Valley. Because Hourman, the original Hourman, was actually the only one that survived the onslaught of that night that killed all of the Justice Society, and was tracking down villains, all the Injustice Society, and tracked them to Blue Valley, and then lost them and figured that they had left the country. And of course, Hourman and his wife died in a car accident, which kind of brings things to mind that most likely he did find out that the Injustice Society was in Blue Valley and wasn't able to relay that message to Pat. So yeah. Penn Farm Girl says, I feel it was worth my subscription fee to see Constantine again. Yeah, that first season of Constantine for DC Universe, not bad. So yeah, so good episode, lots of fun. Has some funny aspects to it too, of course, without being too comical. Having Pat, of course, trying to work the kinks out of S.T.R.I.P.E, which of course is, by the way, what Courtney named him. Uh, and I can't remember the whole acronym, quite honestly. Subatomic transport internet Pat, robotic Pat, something or other. I can't remember what it was altogether, but it was pretty funny. And that's what this is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be the dark Arrowverse. It's not supposed to be it's not supposed to be the dark DC is what it's supposed to be. This is supposed to be the more lighthearted DC, the like I said, the golden age stuff, and a little bit more maybe even some silver age, mixed in as well, the 70s and stuff like that, where things were a lot more lighthearted. And I'm okay with that, quite honestly, using Stargirl in order to do that. And if they mix this over into, the CW series stuff, the normal Arrowverse stuff, I don't know if it's going to mesh too well. And also, I don't want it to change what we've got going so far, quite honestly. I like where the momentum is going with this so far, even it's only 2 episodes in. I'm kind of hopeful about this series, where initially I wasn't. I really wasn't, quite honestly, just looking at some stuff going, I don't know if that's going to work. But yeah, it's actually not bad. The CGI is cleaned up quite a bit. It's more online with all the DC Universe stuff that's been happening, other than Titans. Titans has dodgy CGI, but this stuff is actually working pretty well. And the characters work, the acting works. We also have some other villains that were there. So Barbara Whitmore, who is Courtney's mother, is actually working for the Gambler, is who she's working for. And what is it? I've got my notes down here. The Wizard is the one that is running for mayor, I think it is, or no, senator. That's right. He's the senator, is what he is, the Wizard. And of course, Icicle comes into town at the very end there, and he walks in to the New America Center, and he puts his hand on a palm plate there. The door opens up, and he walks down, and Solomon Grundy is being held in a cell underneath Blue Valley, and he is there to, of course, they're about to unleash their plan, whatever Project New America is. Penn Farm Girl says, I screwed up on the time and didn't get the whole episode watched. I'll finish it after this. I'm liking it so far. Granted, I don't think we're the target audience, but that never stopped me. Yeah, we are not the target audience. This is for teen to young adult. It's basically young adults to 20s, early 20s. That's what the CW target is normally, but that's also the DC Universe target as well, for the most part, other than Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol's a little bit different. And but it's still got enough there, I think, for everybody, that it's not a bad mesh of stuff. It's a good watch. So what else do I have going on this week? Well, funny you should ask. I know you didn't, but still, I'm going to tell you anyway. At 6 o'clock today, since I wasn't able to get to Saturday morning blast off or Sunday morning blast off this weekend, because I'm still having problems with the water heater thing, but I'm doing a special Monday evening edition of Saturday morning blast off, or Sunday morning blast off. Actually, a special edition of Saturday morning blast off is what I'm calling it. Tomorrow, Tuesday, I'm going to finish up Future Man. So the season and series finale of Future Man is going to be happening tomorrow. Of course, that's a Hulu show, and I'm going to be taking care of that. Monday is going to be Is It Worth My Time? Motherland, Fort Salem. That is a freeform show, and I'm going to be covering season 1, talking a little bit about that. And let's see what else. Thursday, I'm off. Friday, of course, it's going to be Harley Quinn. Saturday, I'm going to be off again. And hopefully Sunday, I can do Sunday morning blast off, is what I'll do there. And then, of course, Monday we'll roll back around again to Stargirl. There you go. So I'm gonna let you guys go for the night. Well, at least until 6, another what is it, half hour here? Another 45 minutes from now. Yeah, I think that'll work. And until then, because that's, of course, I'm going to be talking about all the genre news of the week. So if you guys want to come in, hang out, talk about genre stuff, I know it might be late for some of you guys. Some of you might be doing work tomorrow. I know it is Memorial Day, the tail end of Memorial Day weekend. So, yeah. So until then, I will let you guys go, and I will see you in about 45 minutes. Until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may end up thinking the show is going to be one way, but it's actually another way, and it's actually not that bad. Thanks, everybody. Like I said, I will see you in about 45 minutes. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. Take a look at the video if you're still wondering about subscription there, and take a look at the Harley Quinn up here as well. So I will see you in a few. If you don't come back, have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night, or I'll see you in 45 minutes. Either way. Bye.